Hello everyone, this is Paula back. Now today we're going to do an ephemera or an embellishment. It's more like an embellishment to me. Now, this is what I came up with. Just out of the blue, I was just deciding what do I want to do. This is one of the all-time favorite little pockets with a window, right? And you can get these at a lot of places on Etsy. I can't remember where I got mine. But anyway, so a while back, I made a pattern for this, for the background to fit on here and for the flap, okay? And on the inside, the background on the inside, I also have a pattern for. Now, these already have the plastic, acetone, whatever, not acetone. I'm not going to even think about that. I said that. Okay, these have the packaging. What do you call these? Photo sleeves? I don't know, but you can use just about anything. How I made this pattern, just so you know, is I got... now I do this for a lot of things. I got tracing paper. And this was ended up being my pattern. It was a scrap, okay? And this is what came out of it, okay, right here. Yeah, and so, that's that. And here's the pattern for, you know, it goes this way. The pattern for the flap, and I cut 2 of those usually. And this is my pattern for when you put it down in the pocket. Now, you may have to, when you do it, you may have to adjust things a little, okay? Now that is what I used. I also tried this first, and it depends on what you're doing on whether or not it will fit, but you can't go all the way down. And so what I suggest to you is that when you make these pockets, you go ahead and make them where you can get your thing all the way down. I'm going the wrong direction. Where you can get your item all the way down, okay? So the first thing we're going to make is we're going to do exactly like this, only we're going to do a snowman. Now, I've got 3 set up. So if we have time and we work fast, I didn't pre-do anything. I'm sorry. Oh, I don't have time. So I'm going to push this back. Now, this is our example right here. Okay. Now, we're going to do a snowman, and how hard can it be, right? Got all my goodies right there. This is going to be the one that goes inside, inside the envelope or the pocket, whichever one you want to call it. And I'm going to go just slightly smaller because I did have a little bit of trouble last time. Now, it doesn't matter how tall it is, you know, because it's going to fit down in there, right? And it doesn't need to be inked. Now, this is not what we're using, but just an example. This is how it will look. We're going to use for the outside, I'm going to use, that's all that we need the cutter for. No, it's not. I'm sorry. We need it for our window. Okay, so this is just snowflake paper. And I'm going to put my little snowflake, let's see, trying to find a really good corner that's not bent, down like this. Now, you're going to put it up against this edge so you don't have so much to cut. Plus, you get it straight. What I do, where's my pencil? There it is. I just trace around it. Okay? Now, I'm also going to trace around the inside. You need to remember when doing that to hold the corners down, because as you're coming around to them, they will fly up, okay? So And the same on the top, because you want it to not be bigger than it's supposed to be. All right, so there we go. I cut it out, and that's all done. Now, this is, I'm going to go ahead and cut the outside portions. If I can see them, it's very, very light because, why did that not, it didn't, did I not mark around there? I'm so crazy, who knows? Let's try that again, I'm sorry. Got to line it up with our pocket, which will be if you get it on the edges of your page. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try that one more time. My pencil, my lead must have been backwards or something. I thought it was sticking out. There it is. You guys can't see it, and I'm sorry. It's because of the situation. I don't ever like to use ink when I do something like that, because it can actually ruin your ink. Now, there's two ways to get the... there's two ways. I'm trying to see here. There's two ways to get your inside of your pocket done. Now, you can't see, but I just take something and make an X or cut, you know, cutting line. Like you can even do it with your trimmer. Just stay inside your lines, okay? And because you don't want to cut through them. You can just use scissors for this, but it's easier than trying to get the scissors not to bend your paper. Okay? Now, I'm going to move this one up here and have two. This is how I do anything I want to cut the center out of. Okay? All right, so now we're going to move this little guy. I don't know where we're going to put him. I have stuff everywhere, and it's Christmas stuff. Kid you not, you guys, it's nuts. Okay, I'm just going to kind of cut these shorter so that I don't have to deal with all this extra paper. And then if, you know, if it doesn't bother you, you can use ink so you can see it better if you have a hard time. I do have a hard time, but I have my best readers on. Okay. All right, here we're going to go right up here. Get on the line. Try to keep it all nice. Try to pay attention. I think I cut that too small. But we will see if it doesn't fit around the window. We will do another one because I don't like the way that looks. And the reason I did not... cut these out is I wanted you guys to see the whole process. Okay, so I think I cut those too big too. Dang, I must be blind today. If I have to do it again, I'll do it with ink so everybody can see. And I just won't worry about it. I'll cut till the ink's not showing, right? Okay. Now, obviously, this is wonky. That's because I didn't worry about them. I just drew, you know, I was doing this for myself, and yeah, I didn't worry about it. Now we're fixing to see if we have to worry about redoing this one. So I'm looking here first. Nah, it's close enough. Well, there may be some that it's not sure. I'm not sure. I say it's not sure, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I put some things inside this envelope I need to get out. Now, here we go. It's going to be like this. And I think if we got it too short, we can just bring it down a tiny bit and trim it off. Because we're going to put at the top, we're going to put some tinsel. As long as you can't see your envelope around the edges, you're doing good. Okay, so now we're going to get our glue, and I'm going to put it around this window where it has room to, you know, when you press it down, that it has room to spread the glue, but not into the window. Sometimes it does, though. You know, you have to be careful. If you've made anything with windows, you know what I mean. So, I know it goes all the way down on the bottom, so we're going to go all the way to the edge. Don't get too close to the window. Crud, getting glue all over myself. Let me get it. It's hard to handle something gluey when you're covered in glue. You just kind of stick to it, right? All right, so here we go. Let me hold this part so I don't have that problem again. If I hold on to it, I might be good. Okay, now we're going to go up here and get this portion really well. When I get to the top, I'm not going to go crazy with doing this section up here so that we don't have any problems. Now, I'm going to turn this around facing me. And I just start at the bottom usually. Now, that's the thing about Fabri-Tac, you have some time to adjust. Excuse me, I'm going to have to get a drink as soon as I get this down. I won't talk for a minute. Just want to make sure it's straight. Tiny bit of window right there, but it's not enough to bug me. Okay, but you can see I didn't get a fresh cut there, which is aggravating. Trying to get the glue off my mat. It won't last a week. Well, it's already lasted a week, but you know what I mean. This has got sticky on it, but it's not a big deal because, you know, it doesn't matter. You should ink your inside first. I've already made 2 mistakes, but I've only made one, so you learn as you go with these things. I will be making more if I can. Now, this will be covered by tinsel, so that's not a big deal, but we should have done around here. Excuse me. I'm not going to quit coughing until I drink something, right? Haven't drank much or ate much today. It's been one of those days. All right, so I got that inked. And I'm looking for any hanging over. So see this, I got it over too far or I cut it wrong. One of the two. So you always want to take and flip your envelope over and make sure everything's straight, because it won't look that great if you don't. Gosh, sorry guys. It's what allergies do. I feel like the last week they've really bothered me, but on camera mostly when I'm talking is the big problem. Okay, so now I want us to do, I want to show you what we're going to do for the inside. Now, I got to find my little characters. This is a little pack of Jolie's Snowman. They also have clubs and a little thing on their ears and baby snowmans that we could put on the outside here. I think we'll go ahead and do that first, and I am going to add extra glue. Come on, little guy. Now he's going to go right here where he kind of laps over just a tiny bit on the window. And this little guy is going on the other side. I just like to put, you know, some dimension. Her little sticky thing was about to come off. I say her, but they neither one look like a girl, so I don't know what that means. But anyway, here we go. Here's the second little snowman. Aren't they precious? So, I think that we're not going to put anything too fancy on our little snowman. Although, wouldn't these be cute on there? Let me get them and see if they would. If they look cute, we might consider it. Oh, what do you think? I don't know. Nah, because by the time you shove it down into the paper, you know, I'm gonna I need to try and see exactly where I need to put him, because that can be a problem. So what I'm gonna do, this is the window that was cut out. I'm gonna put him, let me see, I think it was more like this. No, it was more like this. Let's see. I'm gonna put him right here, and I just want him dead center. You know, it doesn't matter if he's on anything. So we'll put him. This is terrible, but you have to have it on here right, or you won't be happy with it. My little trimmer needs a new blade. I can see there on that cheap paper. This isn't super expensive. I don't think that was some old creative memories that I had here at the house. So we're going to put him or her right here. Now, before it dries completely, I want to make sure it fits in here without any problem. Come on, don't give me grief. So he's pretty good right where he needs to be, except he could be over a little. So I'm going to see if I can scoot him over, and if I can't, I'll trim a little on that side. Yeah, I've got to trim a little because he can go over a little bit more. You don't have to use the trimmer. You can pretty much tell. See, there he is. Now, what I do, now this is up to you guys, but what I do is I put a little bit of glue on the top of the paper, right where the window is. Now, and that's how we keep him down, because these are snowflakes behind him, so we don't need any inside. Now, this is not the easy part, but you're going to put it on the front of your paper, all the way across, and try not to get it on the actual envelope, which is almost impossible. Okay. Now, if I can get it to go back down in there. All right, maybe it's already back down in there, but it needs to go more to the right. Let me get it over there. Oh, that's too far. I'm trying to get him in the center, but okay. And my fingers are in glue, so expect that, right? Now, while you have him in the right space, you want to glue right there, and then you don't have to worry about gluing anything else. You're going to have a little bit of, you know, what do you want to call it? Space, fluffiness, whatever. So on here, I want to put this little word, snow. So I'm trying to decide, do I want it over here? Where do I want it? Right here, maybe? So what I want to do is put these on the outside. I just think they're cute. So we're going to glue them down. We're going to add some glue to them. Come on. Cooperate. Now, we're going to add these and the little, let's put these up here. We got to put them way up because they won't fit the little snowman. So we're going to have to put them right there. Isn't that cute? And now we have mittens. which you never know. I might add something to the mittens. I doubt it, but you never know. Okay. Somebody cut out really super straight, sticky on the back. I love using felt. I love making things with felt. Do you guys? Do any of you agree with me or what? Let me know down below if you like to make things with felt. Now you can get like Hobby Lobby felt or something like that, but you can get really good felt that you can cut on your Big Shot or whatever cutting machine you have. Guess what, you guys? I had my husband order me a new magnet for I can't think of the name of it, but it's one of the first power ones that came out, and they sold it pretty cheap. Now they sell it for $800, and it has like 8.5 by 11 is the size of the mat, and it's power, so you can pull it through. I've never liked it because it cuts up the if you accidentally put it in upside down, it cuts up your magnet sheet, and it's $15. I just know because he ordered one last night. So I need to sell it. I mean, it works great. It has cut everything I want. It's just where I have to put it in my room, and it just makes me not like it, you know, and it's really not its fault. My friend and I both have one. She loves hers. Now we're going to decide, do we want to put this in the center or over? Nope. We're going to put it in the center. I don't even remember where I got these little words. I've had several of them for a long time. I want to say I got them off of a swap table at a scrapbooking thing. Now, I don't know that for sure, but I'm thinking that's where I got them. I'm like, nobody wants these cute little words. Yeah, I got glue everywhere here, so I got to quit running my mouth. But what I was going to tell you is my husband surprised me when he was ordering those that mat for me, because I couldn't find it, so I asked him to look for it. And it was another brand. We had to get another brand because they don't, you know, magnets aren't just made by certain places. But anyway, oh no, I bent my little cardboard. Great. It's because I got glue all over it. Okay, here we go. This little guy's going to go right over here. For some reason, it just looks like it's where he needs to be. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to take my little glue stick, or the glue, eraser, I mean, and try to get off anything that's inside the letters. Okay, so one more thing we're going to put on here, and then we're going to do our other part, is a snowflake. And trust me, they're lots of fun. Now, we have white, silver, and blue. So I'm thinking, we got a lot of blue going on, let's do silver. I got to get it separated from this little guy. And we've put everything else that involves a snowman on here. I think we need to come out of here. My Fabri-Tac is leaving lots of strings. Let me wipe the tip off. That's what the problem is. It's giving me grief. But I still love this way of doing it. Okay, so I'm going to put it, where do I want to put it? I'm going to put it right here where I made my mistake. There's always, did I not realize I have to, oh, I pulled the back off. Thought I forgot to pull the back off. Now these are little puffy ones. They've just got foam tape behind them. I just think they're super cute. Look at that. I'm going to get all emotional. Where is, I thought maybe I had some, something I could put on these little gloves. I don't like them just being white. I will come up with something. So now this is how I do my, little flaps, okay? Now, obviously that flap is not gonna fix that big space. That big space is not a big deal to me, but we're gonna cut some snow paper or silver paper. I don't know how the silver paper will look, but this is how you would do it. You would take it and flip it over and line it up with this fold line, okay? And that's how you make your pattern. That's what I'm doing, is trying to show you guys. And you would cut 2 of them, okay? So we'll just do it right here while we're here. Now, I don't know how well these silver ones will fit on here, but why not do it, right? Be fun. And so then you need to make yourself a pattern. And this is how I do. I make my patterns and I keep them. Paper clip them together and I keep them in a safe place. Usually, you know, with my, I usually keep it in my traveler's notebook tray, because I use it when I make those too. So I'm just cutting the tops, trying to get them as straight as I can. This is a little bit thicker than paper, the glitter is. Unless you buy Hobby Lobby's paper pad, that's thinner, and I do like that. This is, if you buy it by the sheet, it's lots thicker. And that's what this feels like. Some I'd gotten by the sheet. Okay, and here we go. Trim around that little corner. Do the other one. Same way, around the little corner. And then straight down. So there we go. We got all kinds of goodness going on here, don't we? Now, you do not need to keep your scraps, except if they're big. I don't throw anything away if it's big enough to do something with. So what we're going to do is, I got a little bit of smudging on there. That's when you have to keep your hands clean or you will get that smudging, okay? Just FYI. You don't want to go over the fold line because it won't be able to fold. So be careful about that. You know, make sure it fits, because sometimes if you're, you know, each envelope can be slightly different. Or pocket, I guess, is what I mean. So it has been a day. Rick and I sat out on the patio and we just loved it. I didn't finish telling you what my husband got me. I'm so crazy. I've always wanted, when I bought my first Big Shot many years ago, which I still have and I still use because it's easier for me to get to than the other one. Here I go. I'm going to set this down here. So I've always wanted a Tim Holtz die cutting machine, the one that looks like a little, because I support everything he does. I love his work, and it's super nice. It's one of the better ones because it's been around for a while. Okay, so we've got this big space, but we also have some to trim on the back. So we're going to trim that off. That's why I was saying sometimes it's not the exact fit. And luckily, all we have to do is flip it over and trim it. Then we're going to put the second one on this other side. And this silver does well on here. So I wouldn't be hesitant to do it. Look at that. Oh, it's pretty. I love glitter paper. I love glitter, but I don't like what it does to you. So I don't use it a lot in my room here, but I do like the look of it. Who doesn't, right? The thing that no one likes about it is that you wear it for a week or 2 or 3. Sometimes you find it all in the laundry. It's crazy. I do use it, like especially in the Christmas season some, but mostly I don't. If I can use this instead, I'll use this. Okay, so this is on here nice too. Can't see anything. Got a little bit of hangover also. Okay. Make sure it's still lined up on the other side. Okay, now I'm gonna trim anything that's sticking out. Awesome. So we've got, you want to make sure it's stuck down because you know it's a little heavier than paper. So you just want to make sure the side that's facing out especially has a perfect edging. On the back side, you know, it's going to look good too. You just got to make sure you're not moving both sides when you move one side. Okay, here we go. Now, we do have silver there, and I'm going to get out Tim Holtz tinsel. Okay, and I used it on my first one I made, but I really like it. And you know, if I can't get it to cover up using one, I will cover up using two. Okay, now that's what I try first. Don't put it on the fold line. It will keep you from being able to fold it. Okay, but we know the fold line is where the silver is, right? So as long as we get down in the space, we should be good. Now, here we go. We may only be able to do one more. I gotta check our time. We have two really cute ones. The next one is going to be Gingerbread Man. I also have the red car and all that to do, but we aren't going to have time to do two. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to clip it on the ends. And I'm going to call it done. What do you think? When you fold it down, you want to make sure, you know, that you're not over on the other side. I think these turned out adorable. I got to put some, I'm going to put some blue sequins in the middle of that. Let me see what time it is. Okay, we got 30 more minutes. So I'm going to see where the blue is in my sequins. Now, I'll tell you, my sequins are not, how do I put it? They're not like anything fancy. I have some that are designer, but most of them are just something I got at Walmart. Okay, so we could put white or we could put blue. I'm going to put blue because I want it to stand out. It's the only time I get my sequins out is in the winter or during Christmas because that's what I like. Okay, so I'm going to put my glitter glue on here because it's pretty strong. But now I'm just going to put one right in the middle, okay? Now you might see the glitter glue. Where's my needle? I love it. This is what I just love about it. There it is. Here, let me get this in and then I'll, that's my Fabri-Tac one. Let me put that in my Fabri-Tac. Now I've got to find where the needle is, or I may have to steal the one from the Fabri-Tac. There it is. It has a straight one. I knew it didn't look right. I'm trying to find just stainless steel straight pins, not where you go and buy it on Amazon and pay $20 or whatever it is. All right, so I'm going to grab some sequins. Now I'm going to grab some of these. You know why I have so many sequins? Whoops. Well, it's because I made all my children's stockings. And my husband and I too. And my grandkids and my son-in-law and daughter-in-law. Anyway, so there's that one. See if we can get one that looks like it's not 100 years old. Right? I use these tweezers because I don't like to chase the stupid thing. And then they get a little bit of glue on the end, and I just take it and clean it off. So I don't have to worry about it. There you go. So now we have two. Where'd my other one go? Oh my Lord, what did I do with it? Where'd it go? Right in front of my face, right here. So here we go. Two of them. And now we're going to do a gingerbread man. So I'm going to set these over to the side. I also want to do a cardinal and one of the, cars with the tree on top. And so I'll do those off camera because we won't have time to do them all. And anyway, get them done and over with, Now, just something for you to know. When you make these, let me clean this mess up so we can move on to the next one. When you make these, you can, instead of closing the pocket, you can put a tag in there. You can do, if you want to put something on a Christmas tag and, do whatever. You could do that. That is not a big deal. So, I'm going to put my things over here out of the way. Now that's going to go right there, but I'm going to lay it there for now. So we don't need this anymore. We're going to bring out our little gingerbread man. Look at this. Now he's going to be puffy too, but that's okay. It doesn't bug me and it makes it fun. So the first thing we're going to do is cut this pocket out for him to go in. And the reason I did it in green was because it was, green looked better with the paper. Because how I judge that is if you have mostly red in your paper, when you want to do something, to go with it, you're better off to do something opposite of the majority. So I know this is hard to tell which side's up, but it is this side, and that's because you got all kinds of stuff going on. But I want to make sure I get this teapot and stuff right here with the gingerbread man, the gingerbread man. Now I'm gonna do that with my pattern because I want the teapot to be at the top. Listen, I already got it all figured out. Now, you're going to get it straight. Now, earlier when we did this, I'm going to do it twice. I'm going to do it twice so I can see it. Hopefully. And if I can't, then I'll go back with a pen. Oh, I shouldn't move it because I got to do the inside. I'm trying to do some different things that I've never done for Christmas. You get yourself kind of gets in a rut. Hold the corners down. You kind of get in a rut when you're making things and, like embellishments and stuff. I was just sitting here today when I was doing the flip through of the Christmas book, I was thinking, All right, so we want, what do we want our outside portion to be? Well, it's going to be brown or it's going to be green. So I'm thinking to myself right now, maybe we should do it in this green, right? So let's just do that. So we're going to draw off 2 of these, and I'm going to just put them right here. Right, one in this space next to this little guy. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Trying to stay in camera. You know, sometimes you forget when you're recording. You kind of get wrapped up in what you're doing. So you don't have to double draw the pit with this, because you can see this. And then do the other one over here, because I don't want to cut any more than I have to. Now, let me get this. Okay. This way we only have to cut stuff out all at once. And this is easier. You can just set down and cut in one setting, right? And that's how I kind of do it. Okay. Now, you could put cards, like I just said. You could put like a Christmas card down inside. I have a cardinal card, but not on, you wouldn't want to do that on this one. But, and if you have something puffy like what I've got, if you don't want to put it inside your pocket, just put a background inside and put your puffy one, put your puffy little guy on the outside. Just glue him on the plastic. And it probably will look more dimensional that way. I just have, you know, I like it inside, because then it doesn't get knocked off and all that jazz. Now, I am going to finish trimming these flaps, and then I'm going to use my trimmer, which is much faster on the other 2. We still have to cut out that window, but other than that, we should be ahead of the game, right? Okay, come here, trimmer. All right, here we go. Now move the flaps over. Let's do this green one first. All right, so that was easy enough, right? Okay, now we're going to cut this. Sadly, I had to go in the middle of the page, but because I kind of had already looked at this, and unfortunately, I had to do that. I'm trying to get the line just in the right spot. Now, I kind of, you know, went off of that a little bit, but I think it'll be all right. Cutting like this is kind of hard, especially when you did it with a pencil. But I'm not going to worry about going inside and, you know, I just think I don't worry about that sort of thing. These are scraps already, so that doesn't make me feel so bad. Yes. Now remember, we have to ink before we put it on this time. I say that, and here I sit, hoping I remember now. Now we're going to get this in the middle again so we can get it to cut some of the section of the inside out. We'll turn it and do like 3 little slashes the other way. Oops, got out of that one a little bit, so beware. It's easy to do. Let me see, right here. Now I'm getting paranoid. Okay, now we'll do this one more time right here. Okay, now we've got that all cut out. Let me move this. All right, we just have to trim out the center. I'll try to do a better job this time. But I like to get rid of these because it just makes it faster. You don't have to deal with them, you know. All right, now I'm just going to start where it seems easy. And a lot of times I like to go from underneath. But sometimes I take it from the other way. Depends on what works well when I put my scissors down. Now right here is where I kind of cut out that little section behind my scissors there. It'll be fine. We'll glue it down and you won't even notice it. These are fun to make, guys. You're going to like this. I need to look in my gingerbread bag and see what I've got that we can put on the outside. Didn't think about that. And we don't necessarily have to, you know. But I want to. So we're going to ink real quick. The flaps and the pocket. I wish I had like a little teacup or something. Wouldn't that be cute? You never know. You could always fussy cut something if you wanted, which for me would probably be Gingerbread Man because it's a lot easier. Okay, now we're going to go here in the inside. You'll get a better inking if you do it this way. There we go. Okay, that's all done. Where'd my, oh, that doesn't need it, but these do. I usually don't prefer to use cardstock for a main piece of paper, but I do. This is just some scraps I had. So, you know, they'll work. Now I do see a little tiny crooked area. All right, so here we go. Now, oh, no, we're not. We got to do the envelope too. Ah, I know. It's easy to do, isn't it? And I don't worry about being super neat or anything. I just don't want the edges to look, you know, I don't want them to stick out like a sore thumb. So that's why I put the flap on both sides because I'm really not going to seal it. Everybody can do whatever they want, but that's how I do it. And then I kind of raise this up. And they're inked. Try to do it fast. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing again where we want to make sure this is in the center. And I lost my little piece. It went behind my sewing machine. Yep, there it is. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this down in here. This is how I usually decide this. And I see something on my little window I don't want. Oh, it must be on the outside. Yeah, it is. It feels like glue that must have jumped on there. All right, so I just want to see how far down I need to take this one. And I can see now it's not much. If you look right here, you can tell. You just got a little bit there. But this is longer. than, you know, the normal. So I'm just going to put him right here. If I put him in the center, how wrong can I go, right? So we're going to ink him and put him there. And let him dry while we're working on this other portion. You can get these little gingerbread men at Hobby Lobby at Christmas. You know, they'll sometimes have little stuffed things for kids and whatever. I think that's where I got these. They're not like ephemera over in the paper crafting. They're like on the aisle for the kids, you know, at Christmas. I think you know what I'm talking about, right? All right, here we go. Now hopefully this will work nicely. And when it dries, we are going to, oh, look at that smearing on the outside of his little leg right there. Dumb thing. And you know, cardstock is horrible at showing that. I'm wondering if I'm not going to worry about it. It's not a big deal. It's a craft, right? We're crafting. Okay, we're going to let it dry. We're going to put these, the cover on first. Remember, don't get too close to the window opening because it is easy to do. Yeah, I'm actually excited to try my Tim Holtz. It's awesome. My husband's adorable. I told him, I said, honey, you know how great you are. He treats me so good. And we've been married 47 years or so. He has to remind me. We're getting close to 50. And we married young. And we have loved each other really a lot over the years. And he's good to me. We may have had 2 or 3 fights our whole marriage. You know, other than little things. I mean, like, when I say fights is when you want to get out and go drive somewhere and make him think you're not coming back. You know, those kind. Or get your suitcase and have nothing in it and walk down the street. I'm trying to think of some other examples that people do. Watch him throw his keys through the wall, and my husband didn't do this. But I'm just saying. I'm giving you examples. Okay, here we go. Only one time did he put a hole in anything, and that was because he was trying not to let me slam the door. He was trying to follow me, so he just throws the keys. No, he didn't throw the keys. He put his hand up. That's what it was. He put his hand up to catch the door, and when he did it, the door was hollow. We were renting. We were like newlyweds at the time. You know. Wasn't the best quality doors, obviously. They were hollow. We both kind of stopped and laughed when it was all over. He goes, honey, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, no biggie. You know, it's funny. If my grandkids think that if we talk loud to each other that we're fighting, and I tell them, we're not fighting. Papa and I don't fight. If Papa and I were fighting, I'd say, yeah, we're fighting. Okay, that one went on like perfect. So keep your fingers crossed that these will too. And then we can decorate it. I have no idea what we're going to do. So let's play it by ear, right? If I can't find anything to put on there, I don't know. Maybe we'll put a candy cane or something on there, you know, because that would work. Okay, make sure you're not going over the fold once again. Now, if you find, like this one looks like it should have been on the other side. I must have cut it cockeyed, so just take it off. And you want to lay it on something if you don't want it to stick to your mat or just bring it up in the air, which is what I'm going to do. And I'll come down with all this glue on me. Yeah, this one was slightly different. Sometimes when you cut them out, you know, and you cut them out different. Okay, that one's, even though I did put it on the wrong side, it's still not perfect. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. Let me put this right here. Trying to cover up as much as I did lousy cutting, in other words, on that side. But we'll trim around it. Oh, and I need to do that before. So we're going to trim right here, okay, around that where no green is showing. And then we will go on this side where the gold is showing. You know, it's not going to matter if it's just slightly off. No one will notice it unless it's crooked. That's what I've discovered. Nobody notices anything unless it's crooked. So here we go. Let's put this one on here now. And it may have to be trimmed if the other one was not straight either. I love making ephemera ahead of time. It sure helps me. Whenever it comes to Christmas time, and I'd rather just make books at that point. Okay, here we go. Let's get on the above the fold line here. It's like not being very nice. It's got a big wad of glue. My hands are so covered in sticky. All right, so there we go. But he does things to surprise me like that. Does your husband do that? I hope so. I hope everybody out there listening has the same kind of husband. Either way, no matter what kind of husband you have, he needs to treat you right, no matter what. I'm a firm believer on that. It can be verbal, it can be abusive. I think that's just sad when men have to make themselves feel good by being mean to a woman. You know, it's sick. Okay, so I'm just trimming till I get these edges look somewhat normal, and then I'll ink it again where I cut stuff off. Just want to make sure. Yeah, and I think on this, I kind of know some things I want to do. Now, let me grab these sticky parts that I cut off. I don't know where some of them went. There's one. Okay, now, I'm going to move that out of the way. Look how good this looks. So I'm going to put rickrack right here. And I may put it in some other places, but I got to find it first. Where did I do with my rickrack? I put it out here. I may have covered it with all of my, yep, let me grab it. Hold on, it's right behind me. I say it is. Hold on. Sometimes things like that just disappear, don't they? So when I did the vintage thing, and I got the big bag of lace and all that, I also got a bag of rickrack. I call it zigzag a lot of times, but it's really not. Okay, so we have green, but I don't know about you, but I always feel like it is going to be red. And I'm going to put the small one up here. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, we're going to put it right along here. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because it holds anything fabric better. Now, I hope I didn't get that too wide for the... if I did, what I'll do is just put 2 on. Yeah, I did. It seems to want to always just kind of go out, you know. Trying to get it up as high as I can without it affecting the fold. It will dry clear. If there's anything, you know, on here, it will dry clear. Now, what I want to do is I want to put it at the bottom also. Okay? Because, I mean, you have zigzag when you have, not zigzag, you have, you have, I just went rickrack. That's the word I'm looking for. You have rickrack, right? And then when it dries, I'll trim these edges off. Yeah. Now, I didn't put that one all the way down, but because I wanted to make sure. So what do you think? I like that, don't you? Let me get my gingerbread pack out. There's the snowman. You know what? I don't even know if it had its own pack. It may have been inside with something else, unfortunately. So, let's get our little guy in. Let's get him down inside and see how he's going to look. I need to push him to the right or push him to the left. He fills the area, so you don't have to move him unless you don't like where he's at. I'm kind of thinking I don't like that he's not. See, like one is covered more than another. I'm just going to try to get this side to go over a little, but then... There we go. And then now it shows the other side. That's better. Perfect. Now you want to get your Fabri-Tac and just a strip of glue on the front side up above the window to hold your paper in place and to keep it from moving around. And in order not to get it all over everything, you want to be careful. I didn't get any on the... I'm sorry, I got so much stuff on my desk. I'm trying to figure out where to put anything. So, I think that this little guy was inside with the knicky-knackies, the charms and stuff like that. So, as I can see there, it's not wanting to stay down. So, I must not have enough on there. Because I was holding it and nothing happening. Yeah, it's sticking to the actual folder. Right? Not cool. I'm trying to get it out of there. But it really, there's no reason to get into this pocket, if you ask me. Because... you know, you can't get him out. So what's the point, right? Oh, and I got glue up there. Booger. It's not working very good. I got the glue too far down. So I'm going to see if I can get my little rag here to just get the... Don't do what I do, guys. Don't get in a hurry. You do it several times, and then you think that, you know, you're doing it like it should be done. Nope. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to get in there and kind of peel that. But that's how she's ending up, or he's ending up, and actually there was little girls in the package too. Let me see if I happen to have anything else gingerbread in this little section here. Yep, I see something, guys. Man, it didn't take much, did it? I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm sure going to try. Okay, come out of there, bag. Okay, here we go. So, I don't like that happened, but the thing that's nice is it dries clear. So, let's just leave it. Let's see if it will dry. Let's put something on it right here. It's not very heavy, but here we go. That'll work. Okay, now, these are just little characters or things I don't know, just random things. And I have some random gingerbreads. Those were buttons, as you can tell in the front. Let me see if I have some that's not buttons. I used to. I think I've probably used them all. But you know what? If you don't look at it and think much about it, it's not a big deal. But trying to think if we want to use this. But he looks cute, doesn't he? Let me see if I can find something we could make him hold a package. I don't like it that is little chest. Let's do that. I don't know how good it's going to fit either, so keep your fingers crossed. I thought I'd look here first, though, and see if I have any of these little things that might have a gingerbread man. Well, not there, so let's look inside. See if there's any on some of these others. There is a little bird and snowman. And no gingerbread man. But they have a teddy bear. Oh, well. I love doing these kind of things. I found some stickers that were circles. Just got lucky. Okay. So, boo-hoo. 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 Oh, this is the same one. Okay, we're good. All right, so let me set this aside. I've got a mess to clean up, just FYI. Now, I was going to come over here and do what? Oh, fix this little guy. Hello. So I'm going to glue him down first. He's got these holes for buttons that really cramp the style of this little guy. And I'm going to put all the glue on the my right side, your left, on both legs, but not the one arm. I was going to say iron, right? I meant arm. Okay, so I'm going to put it right here as far over as you can. The main reason is I don't want to get any more glue on the window. But isn't he cute? He's the cutest little thing. And now we're going to put this package. He's bringing the big guy a package. It's all about packages, right? At Christmas. And hopefully this doesn't all flood out of there. Let me get some off. Okay. Now, let's also wipe his little mouth off that I've smudged I don't know how many times. Okay, now I'm going to make it go kind of sideways. I think we'll have a better chance of getting it to cover. I don't know if it's going to stick or not. It's not wanting to. Now, what's the deal? I don't know, maybe when I took that off, it didn't catch very well. Okay, let's see. Let's try this one more time. Watch it send glue everywhere. I'm doing it sideways to make sure I get the buttonholes covered. Now, you want his face to show and his feet and arms so everybody knows what it is, right? He's a gluey mess. I'm going to have to get my glue eraser out and clean up some of the glue. I don't like that my gingerbread man is kind of to the other side for some reason. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. What is the deal? Well, it's glued now, so it's not going anywhere, but that's the end results. So I think this little guy looked cute on the outside. And this folds down nicely. And I'll get these little frizzy things off. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. So I hope you guys had fun today. And we'll try making some of these pocket windows. You could do it with any kind of pocket, I'm sure. And I actually have some other kind of pockets. I want to try something similar to this. And I'll do a video on it. It's the Target seed packs. I'll try doing a video on it next. And maybe I'll save these other ideas I have for that. We'll see. All right, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I appreciate you subscribing. And I love all my peeps. So I'll see you next time. Bye.